It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we're in for a show from Anthony Richardson. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Colts and the Titans, next on EA Sports.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about it is when he told us about the defense kind of corralled him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 25 carries, 134 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
They go play action with Richardson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Colts send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time.
And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
They'll start on the ground with Spears. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7.
They're going to look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw.
Looking deep here for Dobbs.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Oh, able to avoid him. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Now Richardson. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They went 3-and-out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Taylor.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Titans, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Pittman's first catch, good for a 1st down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1. Titans 22-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Colts first down.
Richardson.
And it's caught.
And the Colts are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. From the 2, here's first and goal. Taylor is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Here's Richardson to throw. Tries the right side, finding Woods here.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried to dump off, lost yardage.
They'll try and run. Taylor.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
Gay's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Colts coming out now.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Off play action. Richardson. Throw out right, pulled in by Downs.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw this. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chambers. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. He'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Spears.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And Woods has it complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Being chased out left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And the Colts first down.
Richardson off the play fake. That's to the tight end, Mallory.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Now it's Richardson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to extend their lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he's going to go down again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
From the shotgun, Richardson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throw to the right, caught by Okakwo.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
That is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 37.
Now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side.
Complete to number 5, T. Higgins.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. They'll look to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 22-yard line. Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
T. Higgins,
A 20-yard touchdown.
and the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Now Richardson. And connecting here with Pittman on the out route.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the Titans getting set to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
2nd and 4.
This one caught downfield by Higgins.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Folks' kick is good.
And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Richardson.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he spins through.
63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Tennessee offense set to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 51 yards on the punt there.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down.
Here's 3rd and 7. Richardson looking to throw this. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go to the ground again with Taylor.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Richardson's throw pulled in by Woods.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 1st downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Well, there's a new man here under center. What do you think they saw to acquire him, Charles?
I think they went back to their old scouting reports because those never go away. And I think that they liked him when he was coming out of school.
But it's a Titans touchdown.
Chigakakro.
27 yards.
And the Titans have cut it back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Colt connects on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts 1st down as he'll get this up past the 40.
9 yards. 1st down, Colts.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Richardson. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And Pittman going to have a Colts 1st down as he's across midfield to the 48.
And the Colts 1st down.
Now Richardson back to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action, Richardson. And this taken in by Downs.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw caught by Pierce.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pick up the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
Now Richardson yet again. He'll get this one to Pittman.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Colts.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Throwing again, it's Richardson on 2nd down.
Touchdown, Colts!
Alec Pierce.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Colts add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The Titans on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Tennessee. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. He'll take it at the 42. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Caught by Woods.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Holding offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Here's Richardson to throw. And going right back to Pittman.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
Now Richardson.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal.
Dancing to his left. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Anthony Richardson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
17.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here.
We're facing a big 4th quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
He finds his man complete. That's Chambers. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard.
At the 31-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48.
They're going to look to throw.
To the sideline and incomplete.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Back to throw again.
That is caught. And he will have a Titans 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
First down. First down and goal to go.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Henry up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. T. Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Colt. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he'll go down at the 28.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Back to Taylor on 1st down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They give it off here to the tight end. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Colts are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans now just about ready to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but